Pi Network just dropped absolutely massive news that has me going completely parabolic right now. We're talking about a verified partnership with Zypto that's creating real-world utility. Plus, Bigot Global just predicted Pi could hit $1,000 by 2030. This is not a drill. Pioneers, this sleeping giant is waking up, and the whales are already moving. Make sure to watch this video entirely until the end, because this could change everything for Pi Network holders. Welcome back to Gold Rush Crypto Daily. I'm your host bringing you the most explosive crypto news that's moving markets right now. Today we're diving deep into two absolutely massive developments that have Pi Network trending across every crypto platform. We've got verified partnerships, price predictions that'll blow your mind, and utility developments that prove Pi is no longer just a mobile mining experiment. This is high-energy content that could reshape how you think about Pi Network's future. Before we jump into these game-changing articles, let's talk about what's happening in the Pi ecosystem right now. The network is methodically building partnerships with major platforms like OKX, MEXC, PiNX, and Gate.io, and now they're adding Zypto to this verified ecosystem. Mark my words, when you see this level of strategic partnership development, you're witnessing the foundation of something that's going to go absolutely parabolic. The Pi core team isn't just throwing partnerships against the wall hoping something sticks. They're building a comprehensive ecosystem that's designed for real-world utility and mass adoption. Let's start with this interesting article from G2Master about Zypto joining Pi Network's verified partners. And folks, this is absolutely massive for the Pi ecosystem. Pi Network has taken another bold step toward mainstream adoption and practical utility by adding Zypto as a verified ecosystem partner. This isn't just another listing announcement. This is strategic infrastructure building that's going to create real pathways for Pi to become a functional currency. As you can see in this article, Zypto has completed the Know Your Business verification, which means they've passed Pi Network's strict compliance standards. This is huge because it shows the Pi core team is serious about building a legitimate, regulatory-compliant ecosystem. But here's where it gets absolutely parabolic. Zypto is going to serve as a critical on-ramp and off-ramp system for PiCoin. This means pioneers will finally have seamless pathways to move between the Pi ecosystem and the broader crypto economy. We're talking about real liquidity solutions that transform Pi from a mined asset into a functional currency. According to this article, the partnership is not merely symbolic. It is a strategic move to build a scalable on-ramp and off-ramp system for PiCoin, ensuring that Pi becomes a usable, spendable currency for millions of pioneers globally. This is exactly what I've been saying about Pi Network. They're not focused on hype and speculation like 90% of crypto projects out there. They're building real utility, real partnerships, and real solutions that create lasting value. The Pi core team's approach is absolutely methodical. They're prioritizing security, compliance, and utility over quick gains and marketing stunts. Look at this data here. Pi Network now has verified partnerships with major platforms like OKX, MEXC, PiNX, Gate.io, and now Zypto. Each of these partnerships adds credibility, expands reach, and contributes to a secure framework for transactions. This isn't random. This is deliberate ecosystem building that's positioning Pi for mass adoption. The article mentions that each verified partner adds to the credibility of PiCoin as a viable, utility-backed cryptocurrency. This is massive because it means Pi is moving beyond the mobile mining phase into legitimate cryptocurrency infrastructure that can support real transactions, real commerce, and real financial services. Now let's jump into this absolutely explosive article from Coinpedia about Bigot Global's price prediction. And this is where things get really parabolic. Pi Network Price Prediction 2030. Analyst predicts PiCoin could hit $1,000. Bigot Global Research, one of the world's largest crypto trading platforms, is predicting Pi could climb to $500 to $1,000 or more by 2030. This isn't some random YouTube influencer making wild predictions. This is serious institutional analysis from a major trading platform. But here's what makes this prediction absolutely massive. It's based on real fundamentals, not hype. According to this article, the forecast is based on the idea that Pi Network becomes a global digital payment platform used for DeFi, shopping, and everyday transactions. As you can see in this analysis, Bigot outlines 5 critical factors that need to happen for Pi to reach these heights. First, real-world use. Pi needs to become a payment option for everyday transactions in stores and platforms globally. And guess what? That Zypto partnership we just talked about is creating exactly this infrastructure. Second, big partnerships. We're already seeing this with OKX, MEXC, Pionex, Gate.io, and now Zypto. The Pi core team is methodically building these relationships. Third, user activity. Pi has over 60 million identity-verified users, but they need to actually use the apps and tools built on Pi. This is where the ecosystem partnerships become absolutely critical. Fourth, strong tech. The blockchain must be fast, secure, and scalable to support heavy usage. Pi Network's approach to building a robust infrastructure is designed exactly for this. Fifth, utility over hype. Pi has to prove it's more than a speculative token. It must offer real solutions. And that's exactly what we're seeing with these verified partnerships. The article states, Bitget analysis suggests that it sounds like a big dream, but crypto history is full of surprises. Coins like Bitcoin and Ethereum also started with doubters, and look where they are now. This is absolutely massive validation from a major institutional player. When platforms like Bitget start making long-term predictions about Pi reaching $1,000, you know something fundamental is shifting in how the crypto industry views Pi Network. Looking at these developments from a technical perspective, we're seeing all the pieces coming together for Pi Network's next major phase. The verified partnerships are creating the infrastructure. The user base is already massive at 60 million verified users, and now we have institutional price predictions backing up what many of us have been saying about Pi's potential. Mark my words. When you combine verified partnerships with major platforms, regulatory compliance through KYB verification, and institutional price predictions of $1,000, you're looking at a cryptocurrency that's transitioning from experimental phase to legitimate infrastructure. The whale movements we're seeing around Pi Network partnerships aren't random. Smart money recognizes when fundamental infrastructure is being built. These verified partnerships with Zypto, OKX, MEXC, Pionex, and Gate.io represent the foundation of a comprehensive ecosystem that can support real-world cryptocurrency adoption. I'm absolutely bullish on Pi Network's approach because they're building sustainable infrastructure rather than chasing quick gains. This methodical, compliance-focused strategy is exactly what's needed for long-term success in the cryptocurrency space. For everyday pioneers, these developments bring tangible benefits that transform Pi from a mined asset into a functional currency. We're talking about increased utility through more transaction opportunities, greater flexibility to interact with the broader crypto ecosystem, and enhanced confidence through KYB verification and strategic partnerships. This is exactly the kind of news that separates real cryptocurrency projects from speculative tokens. Pi Network is building the infrastructure for mass crypto adoption, and they're doing it the right way. Through verified partnerships, regulatory compliance, and real-world utility development. If you're not already following Pi Network's developments, now is the time to start paying attention. Make sure to smash that like button if this analysis helped you understand why Pi Network is positioning itself for massive growth. Subscribe and hit that notification bell because we're covering every major development in the crypto space that could create life-changing opportunities. Share this video with anyone who needs to understand why Pi Network's methodical approach to ecosystem building is absolutely parabolic for long-term success. And make sure to check out our other videos where we dive deep into the cryptocurrency projects that are building real utility and real value. Remember, this is not financial advice. Always do your own research before making any investment decisions. But these developments around Pi Network's verified partnerships and institutional price predictions are exactly the kind of fundamental analysis that helps you understand which cryptocurrency projects are building for the future. The Pi ecosystem is not just growing. It's maturing into a viable platform for decentralized finance, commerce, and innovation. With verified partnerships creating real utility and major platforms predicting $1,000 price targets, Pi Network is proving that patient, community-focused development creates lasting value. Stay tuned for more explosive crypto content, and remember, in the world of cryptocurrency, the projects that build real utility and real partnerships are the ones that create real wealth for their communities.